The markets are moved by an algorithm, and that targets liquidity that is resting in the market. So if you can find the string draws on liquidity and you can find an entry criteria, that is all you need to become a profitable trader. One of the strongest draws on liquidity that price likes to target are called equal highs and equal lows, and all this is when price action comes to the exact same point in the market more than once. As you can see, that happens right here, and we will mark that out as equal highs. Now all we need to do is find our entry point. As you can see, we have this bearish fair value gap. I only enter long positions when we disrespect a bearish fair value gap. So we get the candle close above this bearish fair value gap. I will then enter into a long position. My stop loss is if we get a candle close back below this now bearish fair value gap, and then my take profit is simply buy side liquidity. And this model right here has over an 80% win rate, and I trade it live every single day. If you want to watch me and join my community, all the links are in my bio. Look at this 1 to 6 risk to reward play that you should have caught today only by being able to identify liquidity and fair value gaps. Now what makes this trade so good is that we have such a strong draw on liquidity resting below in the market, and that is a news low. Now all a news low is whenever we have a red folder news on forexfactory.com that says USD, this is what we call red folder news, and it normally makes a big candle like this, and then the high and the low of this candle are extremely strong draws on liquidity. Now when I'm looking to enter into the market targeting these news lows or news highs, I enter short positions from bullish fair value gaps. As you can see, we've created this 1 minute bullish fair value gap, and this is where I will be entering into my short positions. As soon as we get a candle close below a bullish fair value gap in the market, what this tells me is that we should now come down and either take some sort of sell side liquidity or at least tap into a bullish fair value gap that has not been mitigated yet. This strategy overall has a 80% win rate, and I live stream myself trading every single day in my Discord. All the links are in my bio if you want to join. Today was the best trading day in over 2 weeks, and all you need to be able to identify in the markets is fair value gaps and liquidity. This candle right here is what tells us everything that we need to know about today's price action, and that is because this is a news candle. And if we look at the bottom of this news candle right here, this is called a news low, and this is an extremely strong draw on liquidity when it comes to trading. So this is what we are going to be targeting. Now, to enter into positions targeting this news low, I will enter positions from bullish fair value gaps that are in the market. As you can see, we have this singular bullish fair value gap right here after we have swept buy side liquidity that was resting in the market. So I'm going to wait for this fair value gap to be disrespected. As you can see, we now get a candle close below this inversion fair value gap. This is now where I will enter into a short position. My stop loss is simply if we get a candle close back above this now inversion fair value gap. Then you can target one of these lows as your first take profit, but you need to make sure that you're holding to these news lows and leaving a runner all the way down here, as this is just an extremely strong draw on liquidity. Now this model has over an 80% win rate, and I live stream it every single day in my Discord. All the links are in my bio. When you trade my strategy that uses disrespected fair value gaps, price action should always shoot up to your take profit. You should rarely ever get any drawdown, and you should not be in the trade for too long. And the reason for this is simply because the strategy is so good, and normally when we disrespect a bearish fair value gap like this, when we are looking for long positions, price action normally shoots to some sort of buy side liquidity, or at least taps into an unmitigated fair value gap. As you can see, we have swept sell side liquidity in the market. We have created this bearish fair value gap, so as soon as we get a candle close above this bearish fair value gap exactly like this, I will enter into a long position. My stop loss is if we get a candle close back below this fair value gap, and then my take profit is simply buy side liquidity resting in the market. Now this would be my first take profit, and then you can always leave runners in the market. Now this model has over an 80% win rate, and I live stream every single day in my Discord. All the links are in my bio. This is the most important candle that you need to learn what it is and how to use it. And it is simply a news candle on the 1 minute time frame. Now, the reasons why this candle right here on the 1 minute time frame is so important is because the high of this candle right here and the low of this candle right here are extremely string draws on liquidity. And if you look back through data from any single time that news lows and highs are created, most of the time these points in the market like to get hit. So the way that you're going to use this news low and this news high in the markets is by using it as a draw on liquidity. For example, if you was to enter into a short position and your bias was short to this news low, your take profit could easily be at this news low, as it is such a strong draw on liquidity and has such a high chance of hitting. Now, I live stream myself trading every single day and I have over an 80% win rate. All the links to join my community are all in my bio, so make sure you join.